What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and people have had enough of traditional entertainment. People are tired of the woke Hollywood elites preaching to them about how they should live their lives. They are tired of the injection of identity politics and social justice into each and every aspect of their entertainment. Whether it's sports, whether it's TV, whether it's video games, or in the case of last night, whether we're talking about movies. And the people showed that last night. The Oscars absolutely crashed and burned in terms of ratings. A historic low, a record low in ratings that was so far off even last year's low numbers that it is laughable. It is clear that people have rejected the elites and instead are turning to other types of entertainment, other types of news, other types and other forms of media. And that's exactly the way it should be, because the people in Hollywood, for the most part, are absolute garbage. These people who want to sit there and gather around and celebrate without any masks, mind you, even though they want to tell everyone else that they can't gather together, they can't go to sporting events, you can't do this, you can't do that, but we're all gonna get together and lavishly celebrate after you have been locked down for a fucking year over a bullshit cause. You might have lost your job, you might have lost your business, all these things may have happened to you, but we, the Hollywood elites, are gonna gather around, we're gonna pat each other on the back, talk about these dog shit movies we put out, and tell you how you should live your life. We're gonna virtue signal. We're gonna talk about identity politics, about social justice. Well, last night, no one gave a fuck because nobody watched the Oscars, and it is absolutely glorious to see all of these people be so disappointed that no one cares about them anymore. Frank Poletto tweets out, just in, the Oscars averaged 9.85 million viewers on Sunday. That is an all-time low by a sizable margin and down 58% from last year. Over 58%. Glorious to see people sticking it to Hollywood, telling them that you don't give a fuck, that you're not going to tune in to watch them pat themselves on the back. Ricky Gervais, I'm sure he's having a good laugh. He tweeted out his Golden Globe speech from last year, where he put everyone in Hollywood on blast for their virtue signaling and for a lot of other things that I'm sure people are very worried about. But Ricky Gervais tweeted out yesterday, I wasn't invited to the Oscars, wonder why, and then put out his monologue from last year. And it's very, very telling, especially because all those same people in Hollywood that were looking very uncomfortable that Ricky Gervais was calling them out and making fun of them, yeah, a lot of those people have had things come out of their closets lately, haven't they? Disgusting individuals in Hollywood right now. So let's take a look at Outkick. Outkick and Bounty Ninja Comics both covered this article. Oscars ratings plummet to all-time low. Same with Outkick. Oscars ratings tank massively from Bobby Burak. Shout out Bobby Burak and Outkick the coverage. Just as we at Outkick predicted, the 93rd Academy Awards ceremony tanked to unimaginable lows. The 2021 Oscars fell more than 50% year over year in overnight ratings, Outkick has learned. Look at the past 3 years. 2019, you had over 20 million people watching. 21.6. 2020, there was a drop-off. And again, I believe it was a virtual presentation in 2020. I don't quite remember, I guess, that long ago. But 18.1 million. This year, in half. 9 million people watching this. Absolutely pathetic and hilarious to see an epic Hollywood fail. According to Hollywood Reporter, the Oscars on Sunday drew 9.85 million viewers, down 58%. That is bad. That last year was the all-time low. This time it's cut in half. This is like exactly what we're seeing in sports. When these athletes pretend they're holier than thou and try to lecture all of these people on whatever it is, social justice, identity politics, people tune out because you're alienating about half of individuals when you decide to make your platform all about that. When you decide, as the Hollywood elites, to try to tell everyone else how to live their lives, what to think about this, what to think about that, preaching about racism and all these things that you really feel you want to shove down the throats of all these people that watch you, your audience will tune out. That is exactly what we're seeing. Get woke, go broke. That's a steep drop from last year's 23.64 million, both of which were previous all-time lows. The 58% decline in total viewers is keeping with all of these other award shows in recent months. In the 18 to 49 demo, Oscars was down 64%. Last week, an Oscars producer who spoke on the condition of anonymity told New York Times data found that minute-by-minute post-show ratings analysis indicated that vast swaths of people turned off their televisions when celebrities started to opine on politics. Wow, isn't that a coincidence? When these entitled fucks start preaching to everybody else about politics, people tune out. It's exactly what we've been saying for years on end. But the Oscars have done this to themselves. Hollywood has done this to themselves. They have decided to just continue to double down on their echo chamber of far left ideology. And they continue to push this narrative even as it continues to drive others away. Even when the industry is hurting, they will continue to do it because it is about the narrative for them. Of course, this year was no different. Regina King, who directed this year's Oscars-nominated film One Night in Miami, used her stage time to tell the world, or at least the few who are watching, that if Derek Chauvin hadn't been convicted on all 3 counts, she would have traded in her heels for marching boots. How is that? Award shows are already hemorrhaging viewers between cord-cutting and industry nominating films no normal human would spend a dime to watch. Ratings for the Oscars absolutely crashed. Hollywood isn't exactly a brand that can afford to tell half the country it's racist, yet they do so anyway. And of course, John Trent also covered this for Bounty into Comics. They showed that of the people that did watch it, the vast majority of them graded it as an F, that it was absolutely terrible. So even the few people that they could get to watch thought it was dog shit. And again, it's because it is completely focused on things that people don't want to hear about. They are tired of this. It's one of the reasons that when people like Gina Carano stand up and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to fall into this leftist echo chamber narrative. I'm just going to be myself regardless of what that is. She wasn't even pushing politics. She was literally just saying, some things that normal people are saying and allowing people to have the freedom to express their own opinions and being tolerant of that. But that is not the case in Hollywood. They would not let someone go up there and do that. You saw how upset they got when Ricky Gervais, it wasn't even a political statement. He was just calling them out for being who they are. Fake-ass motherfuckers. You saw how he got treated by a lot of people in Hollywood and how that message resonated with normal people. Hollywood can't have that. So no, we're not going to invite Ricky Gervais. We're not going to invite these people. If you do step out of line, you will lose your job. You will get fired. Because that is the entertainment industry. That is the entertainment industry. Should point out there was a lot of people mad that Chadwick Boseman did not win this special award that they were going to give him for Best Actor. They rearranged the entire ceremony so his category could be last. Then they gave the award to Anthony Hopkins instead. The most chaotic and unhinged thing I've ever seen. I saw people screeching yesterday. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I actually had a lot of respect for Chadwick Boseman. Regardless of any views on politics and like that. I had a lot of respect for him for how he handled his situation very professionally, didn't put it out there, and continued to fight and continued to appear in hospitals even when he himself had cancer. I have a lot of respect for what he did. He didn't try to play a victim. He didn't do anything like that. He worked as hard as he could and really didn't let a lot of people in on this struggle because he knew that he had this opportunity to inspire people, things like that. But I don't think he necessarily deserved to win an acting award. I'll just say that. I don't think he's a great actor, but I got a lot of respect for the dude. These people are so focused on giving people awards because of the color of their skin or because of some legacy rather than who actually deserves it. I didn't see the movie that Anthony Hopkins was in. I didn't see the movie Chadwick Boseman was in. But I thought it was funny that these people were freaking out last night about it. With so much focus being on the color of the skin of the award winners because that's all the people in Hollywood care about. They are fake-ass fucks who continue to virtue signal and try to tell you how you should feel. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. Also, in the pinned comment, I'm going to leave a link to my locals community and the Geeks and Gamers locals community. If you're tired of the Hollywood BS and the big tech censorship, come to locals. It's a great place. Become a member of our communities, and you can actually go another level and become a supporter. It's going to be huge, guys. A lot of people going on locals that are on locals. And they actually want us there. They want our voices there, and they want your voices there. So please do check that out. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.